Hey guys, welcome back to another edition of Forex Tech Magazine. This is your host Lewis. How are you guys doing? I'm coming to you today with a new segment that we added on recently. This is us just doing some trades throughout the day. With this particular section here, we're not necessarily looking to trade um, currency pairs that are influenced by the London Daybreak or the London Open. We're actually looking just to trade general pairs, and this is actually being traded with a live account. Now, the pair that we're going to be looking at today. Before we get too far into this, I got to put the disclaimer out there. The disclaimer goes a little something like this. Any and all information that's shared with you today, in the future or in the past, with you from us, should be considered for educational, entertainment purposes only. Nothing that we share with you should be considered to be investment advice. If you are seeking investment advice, our advice to you would then be to seek the assistance of a licensed professional. All right, got that out of the way. Let's get started. So first thing we'll look at is the charts, right? And the chart that we're actually in is the U.S. Canadian dollar because we're actually shorting the Great Pound. Still thinking about Great Pound. We're actually shorting the Canadian dollar. We're going short on the we're actually going long on the Canadian dollar. I apologize. Going long on the Canadian dollar, so we'll be shorting the U.S. dollar Great Pound pair. I'm still trying to figure out how I can actually pull this up and share this with you without sharing my actual account information, because the what I have is not necessarily, it's not a forex trade. It's actually a futures trade that we're doing where we're trading a futures account that has the Canadian dollar in it, and we're going long on that. Now, if you look right here and you notice, as of now, it's actually not a good move because what's happening, the Canadian dollars are actually decreasing in value relative to the dollar, right? It's actually moving up. Now, when I originally got into this currency pair, or into this currency to short it, it was back on, I think it was like Thursday or Friday of last week. And the reason being that I was in there is because the pair appeared to be hitting this resistance line here. And if you know anything about any of our previous discussions in the past, we always seek to sell when we get near resistance, and we look to go long when we need to get near support. And this particular pair right here was setting up perfectly for that. And but you know, it doesn't always go as planned, and this one right here, of course, did not. But that's okay. We still have a game plan for it. Essentially, right now, where we at, I believe it to be top heavy. If you look here in the past, here, 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 and I believe this also will reflect here, this currency pair should start to make a downturn. All right, about 70, probably 70 to 80% of the time it's going to do it. That, 10 to that 20 to 30% of the time when it doesn't, we may fall into that now, but we're going to see. Because it's a futures contract, it's $1 per pip. It's just one contract, and it's $1 per pip. And even though it doesn't sound like much, because we only opened this account up with only $100, right? Actually, it was $164. We're highly leveraged, right? Just because we don't really have that much room for error. And if this thing doesn't turn for me by tomorrow, by open tomorrow, then I'll probably want to get a margin call, and this trade will be over relatively short. But anyway, I digress. Let's look at the reason why we're in it, and let's look at what we can expect going forward. So, as you can see, price had hit resistance prior. It came down, retested this resistance here, came down, hit support, went up, hit resistance, came down, tested support, was going towards resistance, never made it, went all the way back to a lower support, and then came back up, and then we tested resistance, we tested it again, and has not yet made its move back to support. So that's twice it's tested resistance. What's really going to be the tell of the tape is what's going to happen here with this candlestick over the next 24 hours. Either this thing's going to make a break back down because it's been up for 1, 2, 3, and really if you just count this right here, 4, 5, 6, 7 days, right? So it's been up for about 7 days, positive momentum. What's really going to tell is if price takes a break now, and if price takes a breather and it breaks anywhere near this resistance, if it breaks below it, we'll be back into the profit zone, and we can either look to try to get out at this position, or we can put in a risk-free trade and then just watch this thing move all the way back deeper into the profit. I do believe this thing is still going to go back into the to resistance. I just think it's just a matter of time, not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when. And sometimes if you get into a trade too early, it's like just being absolutely wrong about the trade altogether. And that's essentially what happened in this particular case right here, unfortunately for me. But that's okay. If you watch any of my other previous episodes, you understand also that it's not about where you at now, it's about where you end up later on. And it's also about, making sure you got proper money management in place to help guide you through these tough times. And we got the right money management in place. We did the right analysis. We shall be right on this one. It's just a matter of sticking with the plan, trading the plan, and following through on the trade. Okay? So if we look back here, you see where it's kind of been making higher highs, higher lows, going up. Boom, boom, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, right? But it's kind of, it's not a widening higher high, higher low. It's kind of more of a consolidated higher high, higher low. So that means the price is kind of reaching an exhaustion point. And once it gets that exhaustion, it should start to make its move down. Let's look at the economic calendar and see what's on the plate for tomorrow. And that might help us get an idea of what to expect going forward with this pair. That's Monday. Here goes Tuesday. Let's see here. Do we have anything coming out? We got very little information coming out. 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 So very little information that should be coming out that's going to influence it. One thing that could influence it definitely would just be the overall performance of the market. The overall market, as you know, today the market had another significant downturn. And we know that the dollar is a safe haven currency. And so right now, risk off has been the theme for the market. People have kind of been taking a flight to safety. And that's part of the reason why this pair or this has been kind of above resistance for such a long time. It hasn't traced back yet, but that's okay. Because once again, looking at this and knowing what we know, we should be good to go here. Going forward. Anyway, this is not going to be a long discussion on this video here, just because this is the initial video, and I just really want to kind of get this one in the books, just to say that I did it and put it out there, right? Show that I did it and put it out there to get started. As we progress through this trade, one way or the other, there'll be more updates, and just kind of tune in every day from 5 to at least about 5:30. To check back in and see our progress, not only with this currency pair here, but after we go in and able to make a profit from this one, see how we roll that money over into the next one, and to try to keep the momentum going, and see how much we can max out this $164 that we initially invested. And hopefully before the end of the week, I'll be able to have the actual account that this is in, so that way you guys can actually see it. So I'm not just talking to you from the chart, but I'm actually showing you the actual account. I just haven't really figured out how to link it up just yet, so that's the reason why you're not seeing it. Anyway, if you guys got any questions, comments, thoughts, please feel free to reach out to us. You can contact me at Forex Tech Magazine. Questions at forextechmagazine.com. You also reach out to us on Twitter. We're on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, pretty much all the social media outlets. We're there. Okay. Anyway, guys, listen. Hope you had a fantastic day of trading today. Don't forget to tune in to us at 3 a.m. in the morning so you can watch the London Open. We trade that from 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. And with that one was actually a demo account. And the cool thing about that one is the demo account. So we do a lot of trades. We put on a lot of trades that that we probably normally wouldn't do, right, with a regular account. But the good thing about it is it gives us the opportunity to practice strategy, and the more strategy we practice, the better we are. All right. Anyway, guys, listen. Thanks for tuning in. Like I said, sorry, this one right here is going to be a real short episode, but I promise tomorrow, once I get everything connected, get everything hooked up, or at least later by the end of the week. Probably be the full 30 minutes. Anyway, take care. God bless. See you later today or early tomorrow morning at 3 a.m. Bye.